The DMV Hoops Podcast.
This is Jonathan Scribner, head girls basketball coach at St. John's College High School, and this is the DMV Hoops Podcast.
Welcome to the DMV Hoops Podcast. My name is Kurt Cross. Alongside me, of course, is Mr. Adam Crain, because he goes on vacation and decides to finally come back.
Yeah, we just not bringing that up, man.
Well, because you were gone for 10
missed
days.
me. By the way, the whole podcast when I was gone, the podcast fell apart.
It did not fall apart.
I'm hearing from Mark's deputy dogs.
Can I welcome my guest?
Well,
my guest.
I heard the podcast fell apart.
Can I welcome my guest, please?
All right, fine, go ahead.
So now, we're here at the Capital Hoops Summer League at DeMatha. It takes more than just a few people to make this happen. It takes more than a scores table. It takes more than one person, one vision. It takes more than teams. And it takes Mark Stern and the Capital Hoops crew. Part of that crew is here with us today. Please welcome his second man, his right-hand man.
Number two.
Number two is what I do when I go to the bathroom.
His wiper. You just said his wipe man. His wiper.
His right-hand man.
What do you think? What do you do with your? You know
his right-hand man.
Dude, that was the worst. Not introduction.
You know what? I'm gonna cut your mic off. Justis, how you doing, sir?
Man, it's been an honor to be here. A long time coming. Appreciate you guys having me.
Should I cut his mic on or leave it off?
Adam's my man.
Yo, can I?
What's up, Adam?
Justis Mitchell, legend in the house.
Legend.
He's been with Mark a long time. They're like Eminem.
Well, what you should know, Justis, is moments ago when we had Mark on here, he gave credit to a lot of the interns. He said this is the best intern crew that you guys have had.
Yeah, they've been great.
But he actually did what I think is even more important is he gave you credit for creating that camaraderie.
Yeah.
With the you don't have to say yeah like you already knew that. I mean, man.
Well, he's told us that before, and I think that's a big part of creating a staff that enjoys being here, shows up, and wants to be here and work. So yeah, I think that's a big part of what's going on this summer.
I have a surprise. I'm going to tell everybody right here, right now, live, that Cooper Flagg was the first pick.
Breaking news, huh?
Breaking news.
Soccer.
We break the news right here, Justis. I know you can't even talk right now. It's such a surprise, right?
Yeah.
Justis, what does it take to put this together? I mean, in small pieces, I know it takes a lot, and you can go on forever, but what does it take to put this together? Tell the people what they don't know about the behind the scenes here at the Capital Hoops Summer League.
Well, people come in, right? They see about 10 to 20 interns a day here. But starting in February, starting in March, that's when we start the interview process. We start posting out intern interest. People email us, they DM us, they get on board. We do a bunch of interviews, cultivate a pretty good staff, whether it's basketball operations guys, social media guys, writers.
Your social media is like that.
Yes. The social media coverage that resonates with the players the most because they get to see their clips, they get to see how they're performing, they get to see their games.
Right.
So just creating a good staff,
right?
Very important behind the scenes part. So yeah.
Can I weigh in here? I've witnessed Justis live, and I got to tell you something. First of all, nobody knows more about DMV basketball besides Mark Stern than Justis Mitchell. Okay,
when I
can I get a hold of Mark Stern? I ask Justis, and he has an answer for every single thing. Secondly, I watch how Justis is in charge of everybody here. And he manages the intern program. He's a very friendly guy. People love him. They like to work for him. He's created a great camaraderie here, and that's not easy to do because there's a lot of stress going on. And Mark, when something goes wrong, you hear it from Mark.
You do not want to be around.
I got to tell you,
else.
Justis is cool and calm as a cucumber, and everybody loves him. Third, let me tell you something. The social media program. The social media for Capital Hoops is second to none, and that is Justis Mitchell. Got his fingerprints all over that. It is unbelievable. He is the social media god.
Well, they run a great program here with Capital Hoops Summer League at DeMatha. And again, it takes more than just interns. It takes more than Mark Stern's vision. It takes more than sponsors. Watch out, here comes the basketball. All right. And we're watching a Landon DeMatha game where at halftime it was a 6-point game, and now it's a little bit more than a 6-point game.
And DeMatha's Jamal McKnight, rising junior guard, Ace Meeks, rising senior guard, their first time playing with DeMatha in this summer league.
Right.
They had taken a couple games off to get rest for AAU and stuff.
Well, hell, Ace was in a boot for a while.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They played in the DMV the live session, so if they're with the DeMatha squad for the rest of the playoffs. It's probably going to be a crash course with them and Clinton Grace. Unless there's a shocking upset.
I think that's what the field wants to see.
And they've played in DMV Live just this past weekend. Clinton Grace they came back, took care of them in DeMatha Gym, so we might get a round 3 here. It's hard to beat a team 3 times in one summer.
I'm going to be. I'm going to be right here watching.
That's going to be the crowds will be packed for that one.
And we're talking McKnight and Meeks is one of the best backcourts in the DMV
versus the Lyons brothers. So yeah, it'll be.
That's a see. I'll tell you. I told you, Justin knows the stuff.
So let me ask you this though, Justice. Excuse me. You got some talent here. Like we've talked about this before. Where else are you going to see Landon play DeMatha? Where else are you going to see Pilati play Blake? Or where are you going to see like a BCC get to crash with a Fairfax Christian right here on this floor?
And then just to mention some Landon players, we got a current 8th grader and rising freshman, Yusuf Zaid.
Ridiculous, right?
He's insane. I mean, just one of the Landon's best players, their go-to guys. And where else is he going to be able to play against rising seniors? You know what I'm saying? At this level, so great repetition, great on-ball experience for him at this level. So
absolutely. You got Emmanuel out there. Who else is out there right now? Eli
McQueen's not on the court right now, but he's a rising sophomore.
What just happened?
He just picked up an offer from San Jose State from the DMV Live. And now he's getting to perform against DeMatha backcourt. It's just great experience and valuable experience for him.
Absolutely. He's going to take that back to Wilson Lane in Bethesda. He's going to be better for it, and the IAC is going to be better for it.
Playing against DeMatha and the WCAC, you're just going to be that much more comfortable versus your IAC competition. So.
Right. I mean, the IAC, they're on the rise. MAC's on the rise. PVAC's on the rise. Basketball in general, in the DMV, you're getting, look, I don't care what anybody says, they want to say arguably, no. You're getting the best basketball in the country when you watch DMV basketball. And again, it could be St. Francis versus St. Andrews. You're getting a great game every night. Not every public school can tell you're going to get a great game. But if you're going to watch Archbishop Carroll versus McNamara, it's going to be a battle.
And just to speak to that, like, you get a lot of really good out-of-town teams that come here to the DMV Live expecting things are going to be easy just because they have 4 or 5 Division I players. You play maybe what some people think might be a middle-of-the-road DMV team, and it's going to be a gauntlet every time. So
last year, the Max Prep's #1 team in the country went to Bishop McNamara to play in a tournament, and they got told not once
by St. John's,
but twice they got told in that
Brennan High School. They had a player, Kingston Flemings, who's going to Houston this year, so he'll be with Houston this year. Right. They thought it was going to be easy, #1 team in the country.
What did St. John's do?
They beat them by 30, I think.
Look, you know what I call it? They were merciless with the whoop ass. And then they played DeMatha the next night and got whooped again.
Exactly.
So
just
this is the place. This is the place.
I told you, Justice is like a DMV basketball encyclopedia. Let me ask you, Justice.
Justice didn't want you to ask him anything.
I was doing fine with the question. How do I cut your mic off?
Don't give me no microphone.
Insider info: me and Adam Crain went 5-0 at the Wisconsin Rec Center just this morning.
This is where I was going.
You're welcome to pull up.
It's actually an under 60 league.
So what are you doing in it? What are you doing in it? You old man.
All right, Kurt, that's enough out of you. Can I ask a question, please?
Please.
Let me, Justice, your time every day, you're here at DeMatha. Every time you post something, it's like you got a great social media post.
Yeah.
Every time you're at a game, you got energy. Why do you like it so much? Don't you get worn down? Like it's every day in and day out. Where do you get the energy? Why do you like what's going on? Why do you like basketball so much? What's happening here?
Well, you get the saying, you've heard the saying, it's not a job if you love it, right? So being around basketball, it just makes it that much easier. Being around the good people that I've hired on staff, it just makes it that much easier. You see new games, you see new players every season, so it's not like you're going to get bored of seeing the new talent. You know what I'm saying? You watch players get better, you watch players pick up offers, you watch them develop and grow. So it's a pleasure to be around, to be honest, yeah.
And where did you get your start in basketball? Like, what do you like about basketball? Where are you from? Where did you go to high school?
Yeah.
How did this all start? How did you meet Mark?
Yeah, so full circle, 4 or 5 years ago, I applied to be a social media intern. Did my job as an intern there. Mark took a liking to what I was doing for him. He thought I could help him out in the future. 3-4 years later, I did a bunch of social media coverage for events for him. Maryland Private School State Tournament. Covered the Maryland State state titles at Maryland before. Done a bunch of events for him. So covered DMV Live for the last 3 years. Now I'm here helping him co-direct the league. So yeah, full
and you're
circle.
a Churchill guy.
Yeah. Went to
Churchill High School.
Churchill
High School, class of 2018.
Right. 2018.
Went to Indiana. Graduated in 2023 from Indiana University.
Oh, he's a Hoosier.
Yeah.
Well, you weren't there when Kevin Jones was there.
At Indiana? No, I don't.
No. At Churchill.
At Churchill.
Kevin Jones.
Yeah, he's the coach and the AD over St. Andrews now.
He was before my time if he was at Churchill.
I was before your time. I used to coach at Churchill.
Oh, for real?
Yes,
Wow.
years ago. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, but he's
on the girls' side.
That's a 1933. So 1933.
We're not talking about your girlfriend's age. We're talking about when I coached at Churchill.
Yo, Kurt, would you stand up? You are standing. Sorry.
Oh!
Sorry.
Okay, this is going to be like Abbott and Costello. Who's on first?
Hey, Justice, what's it like? The thing is, your boss is Mark Stern, and now we know how hard he works. So how does he set the tone for everybody? Like, you can't take, like, you're watching Mark put the time in. I mean, texting you at 2 o'clock in the morning very often. When a guy like that's working that hard, what does it tell? What's it send a message to the other ones?
I mean, it just sets the culture from the top, trickles down effect. I mean,
right.
The stuff that we got to do, we got to make sure we're on top of it, because the stuff he's got to take care of, he's definitely on top of. So, just speaks to his.
I want to know, how can I get preferred parking like y'all?
Oh man,
Mark is all up in the driveway.
First come, first serve. First come, first serve. Yeah, Mark got door-to-door access.
First come, first serve my butt, dude. I park. I'm in the VIP parking. I got a reserved spot.
I got a question,
dude.
Can we get a snack bar allotment for being here?
Yeah, he doesn't have. This is Justice Mitchell. He's Mark's number 2. He doesn't have that kind of pull.
Our interns, they get 50% off.
Pull.
50% off on the snack bar. Shout out to DeMatha Snack Bar for keeping them fed.
Look, y'all bring Lito's pizza, so I'm happy about that.
Yo, what's your favorite pizza, Mark? What's your favorite pizza?
I'm a veggie guy. The meat stuff is way too greasy for me. I'm the veggie guy. Half onion,
Can y'all
half
stop
pepper.
banging the table? I can hear it on the microphone. Y'all are two peas in a pod.
When we talk about pizza, he gets excited, man. The man likes to eat. And
All right,
the man can ball. I got to tell you this, Justice Mitchell.
I heard.
The guy could. I mean, I'm going to go on a limb here. He's the best pickup basketball player in the DMV. I am not.
Justice.
I'm not.
Here's what people really want to know.
Blowing smoke.
They come to Summer League here. Where are the best places to eat in this area?
Yeah, that's a good question.
So shout out the place right across the street, Taqueros Perez. Some of the best authentic Mexican food I've ever seen. It won't cost you. It won't cost you your arm and a leg.
Well,
I'm a big fan of the chorizo burrito.
Okay.
A lot of our interns, they go for, the normal Chipotle, McDonald's, stuff like that.
I heard about Franklin's. Is Franklin's any good?
I couldn't tell you. I've never been there.
Brad Ripto keeps telling me about Franklin's.
Brad's always talking about Franklin's.
A staple of the DMV basketball community. Brad Rippleto, shout out the best.
He's going to be mad
guy.
at you. His name is Ripto, not Rippleto. Did you know that?
Now I do.
You just said it.
Now I do.
Brad Rippleskin.
I don't know. we might have to double check that. I think it's pretty confident.
Man, I didn't even know Justice's last name till tonight.
Chelsea, can you please go find out, is his last name Rippleto or Ripto?
Or Rippleskin.
It's Ripto. I'm telling you what I know.
Or maybe it's just Rip.
Let's see what Mark calls him on the DMV Live schedule.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, we'll do that.
That's the ultimate authority. Mark's probably got it wrong, though.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah. Hey, so I got another question, though. Justice, what's the hardest thing to do as being, you're Mark's number 2. What's the hardest thing in your job?
That's a good question. I'd say in totality, just making sure I'm on top of everything I do, because there's so many things that I have to take care of, whether it be the streams, the interns, the stats, the website, the social media coverage, just making sure I don't forget one piece of that. So that would probably be the hardest part.
Well, the social media part, the posts are unbelievable, and people love the social media posts, and that's Justice Mitchell with those posts.
And I'd speak to that. I think that's a big part of our league, because it gives out recognition to the players. So recognition to the players grows the league. That's why the players like playing here. That's why their teams like coming here. So when we post about the players, they get to see it. I'd like to say no other summer league, no other really league out here in the DMV rivals our coverage for the players and recognition that we get.
And they don't have the DMV Hoops Podcast that goes on.
Exactly.
Yeah,
What's the best thing about working here?
DMV Hoops Podcast.
So
besides that,
I'll say the second best thing working here, probably just like you guys alluded to, the camaraderie we have, the interns, seeing them every day, seeing them like interact with us, seeing them interact with the players, just getting to see how they handle this Capital Hoops Summer League internship and how they take care of it. So yeah.
So talk to our listeners. Our listeners are players, our parents, the basketball community, and I am not at all trying to pat them or myself on the back. But how important is it to have this podcast and media coverage here for these players, these teams?
100%. I mean, like you said, a bunch of your listeners are fans and parents, so it just gives them something to go back to, a resource to get recaps on the games, get inside looks on players. You guys have done a bunch of player and coach interviews, that most fans might not have most fans might not have access to in the first place. They get an inside look here behind the scenes. So I think it's very important for you guys to create this podcast, you guys to keep covering the stuff, so to give people an inside look on the stuff.
Well, I hate to say it, but that's all Kurt Cross.
No. I called you 4 months ago and said, I have an idea.
Yeah.
And you said, boom, let's do it.
Adam,
So
It's all Kurt
the day
Cross.
you did, Adam was so excited. He was
That's
he was like a kid at the candy shop at the pickup runs, telling me what he's got
not
going
kidding.
on.
He's not kidding. Don't tell him that. It'd go to his head.
And
well,
he's
it
not
shows
kidding.
because
He's
you're
not
here
kidding.
and we do some great work. And I will tell you, I've heard people say, I love the chemistry that you and Adam have.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, jeez.
it's like Mad Dog and Russo.
Oh, I love that.
But,
Wait, watch out, Bill Simmons.
Yeah, just
DMV Hoops is right on your tail, bud.
Credit to Kurt, he's in the gym more than most of our interns are. So
Yo, he's beside Mark
I'm gonna
Stern.
put Chelsea on the mic now. She has just come back to the scores table. Chelsea, what is his last name?
Ripato.
Ripoto.
Oh, so Justice was right.
No, he said Ripoto.
Yeah, I thought there was
said
an L in
Ripto.
there.
It's Ripoto. So we were both wrong,
I
but
can't
now we got
pronounce
it
that.
right.
I mean, I still
right
can't pronounce
here,
it. I just
right
heard
now.
it.
Right now we got just about a minute to play, and it looks like DeMatha is going to win this playoff game.
Yep,
They're up
advances into the next round.
79-44. It's advance. It's survive and advance.
Yep.
That's what it is. Can we get Justice over here? I mean, Justin.
No,
Yes,
that's Justin.
yes.
We
Where's
got Justin.
Justin?
I'll
We got
go
Justice.
get him over. I
Let me
appreciate you guys' time.
Hey, seriously, a shout. Kudos to Justice Mitchell. Mark Stern may be the hardest working man in show business, but you need a number 2 like Justice Mitchell. You need a chief of staff like Justice Mitchell. He's the second hardest working man in show business.
You do. You need someone like Justice. He's usually here before me. I don't have to let him in because he's got a key to the place.
Yeah,
and he's either always on his phone or he's never walking calmly somewhere.
No,
he's always in a rush to get to the
That's
next
because he's the
stop.
chief
Gotta
of
do the
staff.
next thing. Gotta
He's
do the next
running
thing.
the show.
Fixing the
He's the
stream,
chief
fixing
of
the
staff.
stats, getting a tweet out. It's got to be something.
This is what
Chief
people
of
want to
staff,
know.
that guy
though.
can post.
This is what we want to know. Forget basketball for a minute. What are you doing when this is over? When do you get your break?
In the morning, yeah.
And hooping. And he's
Yeah.
hooping.
Oh, yeah.
He's a beast.
I like to
Guys,
get my
hoops like you
pickup
wouldn't
runs in
believe.
all the time, as much time as I can. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
De-stress, decompose.
Yeah.
Get the sweat out. You know.
Got it with your job.
Feel the competitive juices.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, where's Justin? Can we get Justin over here?
Appreciate you guys' time.
Yeah,
Yes,
100%,
sir.
man.
All right, that was
Thank you,
Justice
Jay.
Mitchell, y'all. He's going to bring Justin over here, who's also someone who has an important role right here at the Capital Hoops Summer League at DeMatha, and with Capital Hoops, that brand in general, right? You can talk now, Adam.
I don't like the way you said about me.
What did I say? What? Because I said a lot.
Well, you were kind of mean.
I meant it all.
I know, but wait a minute.
I meant it all.
I thought you cut the mic off. This is on air?
No, we're live. We're still recording.
Chelsea, can you sit in for your dad?
Let's get Chelsea on the mic. Get over there, Chelsea.
Chelsea,
Get
come
on
on.
the mic. So if you want to know how we get all these interviews, players and coaches
Yeah,
alike,
come on.
if you want to know how this stuff goes out on Twitter, you know what? Can we give a round of applause for Chelsea? Chelsea
Cross.
is stepping up to the mic. And Chelsea, why don't you talk to people about what your summer league experience has been?
My summer league experience has honestly been amazing. First off, I get to be around basketball, my favorite sport.
Right.
So that's a huge plus side of it. And also a really cool part of it is, what my job is I gather the information for the people we're going to interview, whether it's coaches, refs, players. And the really cool part about that is that I get to meet so many different people from different schools. And my summer league experience has just been so amazing, and I've really enjoyed it.
I thought she was going to say working with her dad.
No,
That's cool, I guess.
I got to tell you, I just want to weigh in and say that Chelsea is so friendly and such a sweetheart and so good with people that it makes it so easy. We just sit here and she just has the guests lined up, ready to go every time.
Does.
I mean, she is just a pleasure to work with. And I cannot believe she's only a rising senior
Rising senior.
at Holton Arms. I mean, wow.
So now the whole world knows where she goes to school. I try to keep that private. Thank you.
My bad.
Goodness gracious.
I'm sorry.
All right, Chelsea, come back to us in just 1 second. We have Justin here.
All right.
All right. So now we have someone
Thank
else
you,
on
Chelsea.
the podcast. She'll be back. Don't worry. We want to welcome Justin
my
to
man.
the podcast. Justin, he got
yeah.
so much hair. He's trying to get the headphones around the hair. Justin, what's the best part about working this Capital Hoops Summer League?
Watch out, Justice is behind you. Justice can hear you. Watch out.
The best part of working, I think, is kind of the relationships I'm able to build in different areas.
Okay.
So I'm able to build relationships with some of the players, build relationships with some of our interns as well, the coaches of all the teams. I think that's a really unique part to have an impact on different people's lives. I mean, the players, we're helping run the league, so the players, they benefit through what we're able to do running the league. The interns are able to gain experience through whatever they're trying to be, whether they're writers or photographers or social media. And so, like, just being able to have such an effect on different people in so many different ways is probably my favorite part about it.
Excellent. And besides the fact that you have to come into a gym where Adam Crain is, we know you don't like that part. Like, what?
Yeah.
Adam, what you got for him?
I wanted to say, I first met Justin, J&J. It's like J&J, J&J. No, seriously, I think this kid is the friendliest kid on the planet. I mean, he is just affable, friendly. Everybody loves him. This is why the interns, him and Justin and Justice. This
What
is
up,
why the
Ace?
interns. What's up, Ace?
Ace
Good
got
one,
that
buddy.
W.
Yeah, that's what.
Gentlemen, way
Ace
to go.
Meeks. First team WCAC. Good job to Matt. Yeah, what's up, my man?
What's up, man?
Guy can ball.
We got
Hey, Brad Ripito. Yo,
He said it was Ripple Toe.
he
said it was
Ripple Skin. How about just Rip?
Mr. Abbas is in the building.
What's up, Rip? Hey, so can we go back to Justin?
See, you kidding? Like, he disrespects you by calling you. You're much better looking than Justice.
It's pretty
You're much better.
confusing.
He
It's
kept
pretty
calling
confusing.
you are better looking than Justice, but he kept calling Justice Justin. No, but seriously, this guy, you can't create a personality. This cat is so friendly. Everybody loves him, and he creates the culture here. All the interns love being around him and Justice because they're friendly kids, and they talk to everybody. They create the environment. They're doing their job is impossible. It's thankless, but these guys have a smile on their face, always positive, which is remarkable. I don't know how I can't. Kurt,
I appreciate
What's up?
it.
we know when you're in a bad mood
How do you know when I'm in a bad mood?
because you're always in a bad mood. Because whenever you get stressed out, you start yelling at
No,
me.
everyone around here knows I'm in a good mood until you show up.
You should learn something from these two,
And so you
Justice
show
and
up.
Justin.
Justin, what do you do outside of this? When this is over, do you take a couple weeks to take a break, or what's next? And by the way, I didn't know you forever. We sat next to each other at many a game. You on the laptop doing this, that, and the other. I don't know who this guy is. I just know he's with Mark.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
what do you do outside of this? Do you get to take a break?
So this for the summer, I'm currently in school at Towson University. I'm studying sport management. I also work with their men's basketball program. So this is kind of like helping me to learn more about basketball within our area. So when this is over, I'll probably take a couple weeks off.
Good, man.
And then I'll be back up with Towson with the men's team a couple weeks after this is over. So it's a great reset. It's a different area of basketball. We're going from college to the high school space.
Right.
But yeah, once I'm done, I'll probably be back up with the Towson men's basketball team.
And Justin, what's your story? Like, where'd you go to high school? How did you get involved in basketball? Where did it all start?
Yeah, so I went to Riverdale Baptist High School in Upper Marlboro, Maryland. And I played freshman and JV basketball when I was in high school. And then COVID hit, and I unfortunately wasn't able to keep up with the pace. So I was a manager my senior year with Coach Keith Veeney, who's now with the Dallas Mavericks. So that kind of introduced my love for and my passion for basketball, my whole high school journey. And then when I went to college, I wanted to continue that, and I started as a manager with the women's basketball team at Towson, and then I switched over this past year to managing the men's team, and I've loved every second of it. I love basketball, and I love contributing to programs and different things and helping it go. So that's kind of where I found it at.
Nice. What's it like working with Justice and Mark Stern?
That one. That's a great question.
What's supposed to be that great?
It's wonderful. I mean, it's wonderful. They're both two great-minded individuals. I'm so glad that I get the opportunity to work with them. They're so knowledgeable about different things. I feel like I can learn a lot from them. Justice is really basketball knowledge heavy, so I feel like I've upped my basketball knowledge in terms of the area with him being here. And then Mark is, I think he's a great individual as well. He's really provided the platform for all of these athletes to gain exposure, and I really appreciate that. And I don't take lightly that he's put me in this position to put in good work so that we can uphold the standard that he set.
Well, I don't mean to cut you off, but you should know that we just had Mark Stern on the show here, and Mark Stern pointed you and Justis out, saying he's so grateful to have two guys helping him run the operation like you and Justis. He really, really appreciates you and called you out specifically by name. And I will tell you that they love, Justis and Mark love working with you. And so does everybody else. I mean, literally, you can't coach friendliness. You can't coach speed. You can't coach height. You can't coach height. And you can't coach good person. Yeah. And you have an energy that's and an inner. Can I get a word in? Can I get a word in? I got 2 more minutes.
You're doing all the talking.
You have a disposition and an energy that is just, it's wonderful.
Appreciate that.
Are you sure? Are you still working?
Well, I got a speech. Yeah, I mean, I got a whole speech and everything, but never mind.
Jeez, Christmas. This is what I feel like. Can you be done? Can you be done?
You see this relationship, right? The love fest we're talking about, you and Justin and Mark. We got our own love fest.
Yeah, for sure.
We just express our love.
That's because he was on vacation for 10 days and left me there.
We just express our love a little differently. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like we don't like each other, but we really love each other.
Yeah, that's how you do it. Yeah.
Justin, this is the best summer league in the area, in the country. We have the best teams. The WCAC has the best basketball competition. You can name any one of 2 or 3 teams that have a hell of a backcourt, and any team in the WC, this is the way we say it, anybody, anytime, anywhere.
Right.
These guys want to play.
Right.
The DMV Live is ridiculously out of control in terms of the talent that we have, that we bring up here. We're happy to be a part of it. We're glad you are here, and we're glad that Mark Stern has invited us this summer to be a part of this. This won't be a one and done. This will not. We're here. Right. We're here. We'll be here for DMV.
I might be one and done.
You're definitely not one and done. I need my main man. You say these guys are Mark's main man.
Yeah.
I need my main man right here at Crain.
Man, can I give you a hug and a kiss?
Okay, that's enough.
Yo, who got that on video? Somebody oh man.
No one got that on video.
All
right. No one got that on video. This guy.
Whoa, sorry, man. Sorry.
I'm gonna cut his mic. Now you're in trouble.
Sorry about that.
Because you're throwing out cat calls at
why
people.
Why is security coming over here?
Chemo Christmas.
Who we got here now? Bethel against who?
Bethel, John Carroll.
So you don't even know the teams that are playing.
Should be a good one, honestly.
What's up? There's DeMatha's coach right there, my man.
Justin, we're thankful to have you here.
There's Chelsea.
We're thankful to have you here.
Yeah,
we appreciate what you do here on this floor.
Big time.
And we will be here for DMV Live this weekend. And you'll see me next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday because we got quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals.
Exactly.
This Friday. We're here Friday, right?
I already said we're here for DMV Live. You're not paying attention.
I want to say one thing. We're going to be here Friday. Hey,
wait,
seriously.
Is that a new day?
Justin, friendliest kid on the planet. I'm not number two.
All right, folks, this is the DMV Hoops Podcast. You can hear us on all podcast platforms. And, of course, you can reach us on social media at DMV Hoops Podcast. That's on Instagram and X. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
The DMV Hoops Podcast is hosted by Kurt Cross, featuring Adam Crain. Thanks for listening.